Hi, Dougie Murphy and Doug Stackfield here with Stuart Grice. How you going, Stuart?
Yeah, good, Dougie. How are you, mate?
Oh, great, mate. Except the weather's not the best.
I know, we're great, but the weather's not.
No, that's not. That's right,
Yeah.
exactly. So this weekend, guys, we've got 20 to 30 knots. I think it picks up actually to 30 Friday afternoon for Saturday.
Bring it on.
Sunday drops back to 25, 30 maybe gusts.
Nice.
And that's probably at Cape Morton's about 42. And yeah, so there's a bit of swell that too, Stuart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday on that hard run out tide, we've got pretty big tides at the moment because we've just had a new moon, and yeah, there's that. It was breaking the whole way across the seaway.
Was it, mate?
ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been out the last couple of days, so you've seen it.
No,
So
well, I haven't seen it. I
Well-
just saw a video. I was,
oh, okay.
that
there
was
you go.
watching it from my lounge room. I wasn't out there. Should have been out there, but because there probably would have been a bit of good fishing around the seaway.
He's not as keen as me, but anyhow, let's go on. So, Stu, we've finally got these back in, mate. So the mackerel rigs, guys. I know it's not mackerel fishing this weekend, and we'll tell you about last Sunday in a moment, but we finally got these rigs back in, Stu.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
well, you call them the bubble heads, Dougie, but
Yeah.
they're like a Venturi head. They've got some holes in it. They kind of they make your mackerel rigs swim a lot straighter, Dougie,
Yeah.
and they kind of
do.
wobble around a little bit.
Yeah, they do. They actually
Bit of
mate,
added
and
action.
we know we've tested them when they first came out, and then we've used them ever since, and they've been
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, even caught yellowfin on these two guys, trolling baits, believe it or not, which is
Yeah.
a bit unusual. But yeah, definitely mackerel. Wahoo will take them. Spotties and Spanish. There's two size hooks, one's for pillies and little slimies, and one's for garies and bigger slimies and
Yep.
saris and whatever else. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So they're back in, and we also sell the heads on their own as well.
Yeah.
So
So
get
the heads
ready-
are actually quite good.
Yeah.
If you want to troll like a gari or something like that for a
Correct.
marlin and
Correct.
dolphin fish and all that stuff,
That's
like a
right.
skipping gar. Yeah.
That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do sell them just as a head only. I haven't had one in my pocket here.
Oh, look at this.
Just
Here's
like-
one I prepared earlier.
Yeah, it's like-
Yeah.
so the hollow at the centre for your bait you sit up inside.
Yeah.
But guys, the mackerel last Sunday, Stu, up at the pin there, they smacked them.
I know.
Not everyone, but the guys that hung out till a bit later, because that bite time, as I said in the fishing report, was sort of
Yeah.
7 to 9, I think 8 to 10 on the Sunday. So the later part of the bite time was when they really bit, sort of
Yep.
mid-morning.
Yeah.
And most guys bagged out again, and they just all in the boat. And I hear reports the guys had their lures dangling on the water, a metal, and like
Yeah.
these ones here, Stu.
Yeah, like these ones,
Yeah,
Dougie.
and-
So, Dougie, you like got the armors, mate.
Yeah, I like
We've
the
got some
armours.
lasers in again as well. But
Yeah.
anything around that type of size, all the baits are pretty small, mate. So.
Yeah, just dangling in the water, Stu, and the
Yeah.
mackerel, I actually don't try to pull the rod out, they're jumping on it and hooking up and catching fish right next to the boat.
Mate, you might have had the
Majestic.
opportunity to catch two at once if they were like that. Nah, probably not.
I'll talk about that on the
Yeah.
short a minute. Okay, so so this weekend, guys, it's going to be really dangerous to go ashore. It's as simple as that. Like if you got a big boat and you know the seaway and you can get the right time and the right tide to get out there, just be really careful. You may want to just do some trawling because there's not much else you can do because
No.
the problem is that it's just going to be too rough to drift, too
Gonna be
rough
very
to
uncomfortable.
do anything.
Yeah. Too fast to drift with that wind.
That's right. So trolling's about all you can do, and you want a boat and a bit of luck with you, I think.
Yeah.
The fish are on though. I don't know if you saw those pictures just recently up at Sunshine Coast yesterday, I think it was. Even though it was blowing like 25 knots, there was just birds and fish just everywhere.
Yeah.
And they've been up Moreton Bay last weekend. They smashed up Moreton Bay,
yeah.
right? On the
Heaps
spotties.
of spotties in Moreton Bay
Yeah.
last week.
So they're all coming down. They're not going back. They're actually still coming down.
Yeah.
So the water's still 25 degrees. So it's all fits to
Yeah.
good fishing after the southerly when it goes.
Yeah.
Maybe next Wednesday. That looks like the earliest I can see it being any good, but the swell will be big. It'll be a
Yeah.
big swell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just move inshore because we can't do much
Inshore,
on the
because that's
offshore.
all we
We'll
can
give,
do.
it, we'll give an offshore report this time next week.
Yeah.
But till then, we got inshore. So Stu,
Yeah.
flatties, mate. They're on.
Flatties, yeah, they kind of just
Yeah.
like, it's like someone flicked the switch in the last
Yeah,
couple of weeks, Dougie.
that's
They've
right.
started biting, they've all started coming out.
Yes.
Traditionally, this time of year, the back blocks type area definitely works better. So, like up the Coomera and say up around Jake as well, and Rudy Mars type area works good. Cabbage Tree, but they're already out like in the main Broadwater and in and around the pin.
I see Captain's Charters and a few other guys
Yeah.
up the pin there have been getting some 80s.
Yeah,
Like they're good fish, you
They're
know,
early,
83
yeah.
and 80 centimetres and out the front. So,
yeah.
yeah, worth a go.
Traditionally, this time of year, and like this year's the same, all the bait's very small, Dougie.
That's
so
right.
like later in the season, we throw
Yeah.
5 and 6 inch plastics. This time of year,
Yep.
smaller stuff. So like those little casts, they've been working an absolute treat. They're just a 3-inch plastic.
Yeah.
Um,
I know last year you and I smacked them on these things, Stu,
Mate,
the vibes.
early on,
Yeah,
they were
it's
so
nice.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
good battle against Stuart against me this year. So there we go. He goes, I should say.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And little bite signs, Dougie,
Yeah.
they've still been
Well,
working really good.
Last year, mate, my favourite go-to was that one at the top there.
Yeah, the little pre-rigged one.
Yeah.
But anything small.
Yeah.
So that, say, 2.5 to 4 inch.
And that'll go right through, guys, till around about July, and then
Yeah.
they'll start kicking a bit bigger size after that.
Yeah.
So at the moment, it's all 60 mil or smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, or 70 maybe max.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Eco Gear vibes are good too.
Yeah. So I see Clint from Gold Coast River Charters. He's been doing a bit of vibe in this. Well,
Yeah.
he vibes a
Yeah,
lot.
he does.
But the little Eco
Yeah.
Gears, but we got more of those little Samakis in, and they work a treat as well.
They're very good.
They're easy for everyone to use, Doggy. You don't
Yeah.
have to be
No, we do is just lift it up
accomplished
and
fisherman.
down, just
Yeah.
like a robot sort of thing. They just jump on,
Yeah.
and you'll catch squid. The squid are starting to turn up too, Stuart.
Yeah.
So I saw a few of our customers get a few on the weekend.
Yeah.
Water's very clear at
Yeah.
the moment, so super clear, which is what they like. We just need those big tides to sort of get out of the way a bit.
Yeah.
And next week they'll start, when the tides come around to high tide mid-morning or early morning, and that's when I'll come back on the chew again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so also guys, get back out to jumping area. There's been a few tailor caught. I couldn't believe the amount of tailor being caught at the
I
moment.
know.
Yeah, very good. Off the beach and in the end of the entrance there. So there's a new, like a long gutter which has a sandbank at low tide that's formed on the end of the second lagoon. So it's now like a third lagoon, but it's not closed off yet. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't
No,
seen
the
it.
latest aerial
No.
shot the other day from the guys that do the trip up to Lady Elliot every day at Sea Air, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they took some pictures of the jump in bar, and I was like, wow, look at this. And I could just see it being the best whiting gutter forever.
Yeah.
Probably Dart Street, anything like
Yeah,
that.
mate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, jeez. Anyhow, and Taylor. So when that water comes over that back bank on the rising tide, if you can get it early morning, late afternoon, there'd be some good Taylor. There'd be heaps of bait in that gutter.
Yeah.
It'd be just like shopping
Like a
mall
smorgasbord.
yeah,
They love
for
it.
the fish. That's
Yeah.
right. So give that a crack, especially got a little bit of southerly blunks. It's sort of out of the wind a little bit there
Yeah.
on that bend, but not southeast. It'll be howling. Maybe go around the corner a bit further.
Yeah.
Anyhow, a few whiting around as well. So whiting there, whiting try around Kalinga Bank, as we always say, around sort of the bedroom area, Pandanus Island, and up the back blocks of actually Tiger Mullet's not too bad as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give that a go. Prawns, Stuart?
Prawns. Look, I haven't heard of any in the
Yeah.
last week. We've had really big tides.
I have.
They did catch it. Actually, they did catch them last Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Is that you? Is that your news?
Well, sort of. Yeah.
But yeah,
You've been
it's
checking my phone.
it's very hard with
Big tides.
and this wind. But as the week goes on,
Yeah.
the tides are going to get smaller. It'll be good around probably Sunday.
I have, like, and especially out in front of Redland Bay there, I
Yeah.
know in the main channel there, it's been 30 knots southerly, then it's about, the waves are a metre. It's
Yeah.
ugly, but the prawns, oh my gosh, and
Sometimes
really
they
big
get
ones,
stirred up. Yeah.
They do, and on those smaller tides,
Yeah.
you can do it. So maybe worth a crack later in the week. But this weekend, well, you know,
Maybe
big
Sunday at
tides
the
still.
earliest.
Actually, the biggest tide's actually tomorrow, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, right.
I'm not sure, but I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nighttime tide's bigger than the morning tide, but the morning tide's big also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyhow, maybe worth a go. Crabs, a few muddies still around. I see
Yeah.
Tony got a heap. Tony.
Tony,
O'Donnelly.
yeah, I know Tony.
O'Donnelly, yes. He got some good crabs recently. Last week I think it was up around. He always goes around Tipplers or Pimpama area.
Yeah.
And they're good crabs too. And a lot of the crabs at the moment have those little barnacles on them, which is like they're really nice eating crabs. They're like different to your standard mud crab. They're a crab that must live in like rocky areas, I believe, for the barnacles to jump on there. They don't. I never see barnacles on mangroves much, right?
No.
See lots on rocks.
Yeah, that's right.
So they're in that they're a cleaner crab and they're nice to eat. So yeah, give that a go. We'll probably come down the Broadwater in town. So obviously, you know, Clint's been using the vibes
Yeah.
in the main channels, western side and eastern side of the Broadwater, and catching flounder, flatties,
Yeah.
pizza brim, and squid. Okay, I got a squid the other day, and I dropped two right next to the boat, and that was about all I got. Running an hour's time to do it. But there's definitely a few squid starting to show up, and they're big arrows. Like last year, they were starting off like that size. They're already around that size, so they're quite good size already. I had a friend went up to Moreton Bay squidding on Sunday, absolutely smashed it, and they're all the big calamari squid. He got 24 or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so plenty of squid at Moreton Bay at the moment. But
Yep.
they've moved in there as well. Back down the Broadwater, I spoke to a customer yesterday. He said the garfish that were offshore, I think it was on Monday or Tuesday morning, was just ridiculous from the sand pump and jetty to the seaway. It was late in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So those garis will definitely be coming in the Broadwater. They're late. I'm not amazed on the time, but
Yeah.
they're late.
They're on the later
Everything's been
end,
a bit
yeah.
early this year in certain ways. So give the garfish a go. Great fun to catch with the kids. Floats. We've got the gear here. We can show you how to do it
Yeah.
and where to go. Yeah. So garfish and they're big size and they're great eating. Really
Yeah.
nice to eat. Great mackerel baits too. So Stu, whiting. We're at the river, mate. Got a few whiting.
Got a few, mate.
2 at a time, Stewie.
2 at a time.
Yeah,
So,
one.
like, can we walk through quickly how you got 2 at a time?
Yes. So hook one.
Yeah.
Other robbers going, hooked that one, stuck under my arm, wound that one, held onto that, wound this one, and then kept winding that one in, lifted it in. But the second one I actually lifted the boat and lifted in the boat where Stewie's fell off the hook. So Cameron Canner's been caught 2 at once, but anyhow.
Okay, we'll
was
just
a-
clarify a few things.
Yes.
A, the rods were both sitting there and they were both out already, so that's whatever.
Takes a bit to cast them, Stewie.
Yeah, apparently so. The second thing was, you've hooked one fish,
Yes.
and then you've picked up the other one once the other one's already hooked, so that's...
Oh no, actually I was
Whatever.
biting and then I set the hook.
Yeah, okay,
Whilst I'm
yeah.
holding this one while it's running, it's quite ferociously too,
I
by the
reckon
way.
the-
It nearly spilled me.
I reckon the hook was it was biting, but the hook was that far down its guts already, it was already done. And third of all,
Perhaps.
your 2 whiting,
Yes.
one of my mackerel heads would have weighed more than those 2 whiting, so...
That's right, but it's all relevant, Stu, because
It's-
like, you know, on a 3 kilo braid versus 15 kilo braid, and all you do is just cast a metal out and wind it. I could actually bring the bait up, get it out there, finesse,
Yeah, that's all right.
wait for the bite, set the hook.
Just for the clarification, I only use 10 or 15 pound braid for spinning for mackerel, but anyway, next!
Okay, so
Okay.
let's get on to the flathead.
Yeah.
So flathead and the
Trolling
Broadwater.
Trolling's been pretty good, Dougie. You know what? I could probably catch 2 of them at once as well.
We'll do
Might
that this year. Yeah, okay.
But they've been, I'll hold both rods too. They've been pretty good. The little, what are they? I don't know what they are. They're a fish art one.
Yep, fish art. They're
Yeah.
from Wilson's, and they're a great little
Yeah.
lure for trolling. And last year, actually, last
smashed
few years, they've been
Yeah.
smashed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good value, bang for buck.
Yeah.
Mate, the prawns, there's been a lot of little, a lot of prawns around, obviously, as we know. But there's been a lot of little queenfish and trevally and tarpon and stuff
Yeah.
from Bigger Creek all the way down to pretty
Crab.
well Kooragang Cove.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
With the Western Channel.
Yeah. So when they're all like feeding on that real small bait, you'll find that small metals work quite good as well.
Yeah.
And like same thing around the end of the north wall of the seaway. Just watch out because
We've got
it's
them half
rough.
that size
but-
too, by the way.
Yeah.
And we've got mini micro jigs as well, guys.
And just the little fused prawns. They've been working an absolute treat when it's like
They're
that.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very small weight, 1/16th or 1/20th,
Yeah.
or even less, 1/40th.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a very light line. Stu, the other thing that's happening, so Whiting at the river, that's in up the Narang River, by the way, after all that conversation Stu and I just had, sorry about that. That was around about the, it's called a Hotter now, but it's the old Council James at Bundle.
Yeah.
Look for the Red Beacon, just inside, east side of the Red Beacon, okay? You'll see the boats anchored up there. And it has to get really like dusk to dark.
Yeah.
You won't get much during the day there. You get a few, but not much.
Yeah.
Live beach worms, perfect. You don't need bloodworms. You want to get them, it's up to you. They do work a little bit better, but not much better. Yabbies work about a third as good as the beach worms. Okay, give you some idea on the beach worms. Easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Broadwater wise, I think that's probably about it. Just a few sand crabs around. A lot of sand crabs up in the bay, so I'm guessing everything again is
It's
they're
coming
late.
down.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
coming down. So sand crabs might be worth a go now again this weekend because the weather's a bit cruddy. So either do that or you go up Coomba Creek and try for muddies or
Yeah.
Pimpamar or the Coombe River. Jacks, there's been a few jacks still caught, quite amazing
Yeah.
actually. And the other thing is the seaweed. I don't know if you saw the dewies on that latest
there's
one.
been so many.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Of Ian Banks, I think it was Ian Banks did it.
Yeah.
Underwater photography, and there was, I don't know, 50 big dewies in the school, which you see normally 6 or 10. This is like the size of half a football field.
Yeah.
So, not that we want to catch them all, but they're there.
They're
They're
there.
there.
Yeah.
They're there. So that was around the pipe end on the north wall, obviously. But the north wall, as you said, is a bit rough, Stu, so
Yeah.
be very careful.
Yep.
Don't go there if you don't know about it, okay?
No.
Not worth the risk. Yep. Or you go prawning, that's what you do this weekend. Or you rig up your gear.
Yep.
Still got some new braid back in.
We
so
just got some new braid, mate.
Well, we had it before. We
we've
sold
had it
out
before.
for 3 months.
Yeah.
Because it was the dealer sold out.
Yep. So if you want to get ready for the flatty season, Dougie, coming up, a little 16 pound in the X braid. It's so thin, Dougie.
Yeah,
there's no reason to go for 6 or 8 pound anymore. This is thinner.
Yeah, this is the go-to we keep talking about all the time. So the 16 pounds actually any 8 pound diameter on most braids.
Yeah.
And or thinner, 6 pound maybe.
Yeah.
But
and
16.
Like something like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
It's the thickness of say a normal 30 pound, and that's perfect for your snapper and pearlies and dewies in the seaway and stuff like that.
Slow pitch jigging.
Yeah.
Spinning spotties, the whole lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So the other day I was talking about the spotties. I meant to say to my mates down at Baghdad, he said that they had to use a bit heavier line because they couldn't get them past the sharks. So they had actually surf them across the top.
Yeah.
So, and we all know about that trawler that went down the Sea Titan, yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true. Well, I don't really know, but I think a shark might have got wrapped up in the prop in the shaft and spun the prop off, and then the shaft come out or drove it through the bottom of the boat and just filled up water. But luckily there was another boat close by.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to be in that water.
No.
Yeah, anyhow. So Stewie, freshwater, what's been happening there,
Freshwater, mate. It's still a fair few bass around, Dougie. Even though it is cooling down, I'd probably start to fish deeper.
Yep, okay.
So they'll start to school in the dams and stuff like that. And I'll just be trolling some hard bodies. Easy to do. Just stuff that dives quite deep, Dougie.
Yeah, okay, mate.
Yeah.
Yep. And I still like to have a cast early morning. I like using jointed stuff, surface stuff.
Yeah.
But obviously, as the day goes on a bit, they'll go deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are little BT baits, Dougie. These ones here, I reckon they're going to smash the flatties this year
I
too.
agree
They work
too.
so well.
Across the flats, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a few good lures to try it this year.
Yeah.
Crack.
Yeah.
So as I said, prawns the other thing too. We've got all the pro throw nets. We've got all different brands. We've got probably 4 or 5 different 12-foot top pocket cast nets at the moment.
Yeah.
And some really good ones that both Stuart and I use. So give them a go. Other than that, I think that's about it. We've got a Jewfish seminar coming up next week. And we were trying to get out for a nighttime dew offshore. Wednesday night next week, there may be a chance, but the swell's meant to be 3 metres, so there may not be a chance. But the wind's meant to drop off a little bit before it picks back up again. So we might end up in the Seaway and just fish the Seaway and get some footage there too. See how we go during the week. For Thursday night seminar. So it's Thursday next week. If you want to book in, just call us on 55638746 here at the shop. Yeah. And we'll book you in. And we're at 8 Centreview Drive, Bigger Waters, just behind Harbour Town off Brisbane Road behind the toll shop. And we've got all the gear here to help you out. We are fully stocked and we will do any crazy price online, match it. Yep, and give you the advice that goes with it.
Yeah.
Okay, don't forget to jump on to our YouTube page and let your mates know. And also our Instagram page. And on YouTube, we've got lots of new stuff on there so you can learn a bit as well. Yeah. Okay. Great. We love helping you guys out and love to see you hear your catches actually. So many people tell us about their catches that have improved and we're really happy for that. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you.
Catch you next week.
No worries. Thanks.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.